Texas, and Elliott T. Bowers Stadium home to the Bearcats of Sam Houston State, who have built a rich winning legacy and one that they hope follows them to the upper reaches of college football. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Jaguars will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Catch in the middle, it's Humphreys. Still running at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to throw, it's Bauer. Finds his big tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much there. He gets one to the 11.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking to throw on second down. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back. And, man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Lopez wants to fire. This time on target. And stampeding through the defense. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And that pass intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's McKinney. At the 35, he's open. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scoreless.
First down to start the drive after the break. Now from inside the red zone. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bearcats! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Lopez to pass. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Now on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And you've always got to be careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So that wide receiver did a really nice job on that route to bring the ball in while on a tight route.
The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the tight end. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Wants to throw. It's Bauer. It's complete on the right side.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Bearcats have a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Pocket starts to collapse. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Powers through the defender. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Timeout, Sam Houston.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
To throw, it's Bauer. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just trucks through it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The Bearcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing.
At the 20
Assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Lopez wants to fire. Steps away to find some room. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Jaguars send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Looking for a block. It's Allen. And he loses the football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it's
another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. This time he's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And that pass picked off. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Unleashes one. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Alabama. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Lopez to pass. They're trying to get to it. They're setting up the screen. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Sam Houston 14, South Alabama 7.
The Jaguars have taken it inside the 20. They try to pop a run on the draw. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
At the 17-yard line. Brings up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Bullock. Touchdown, Jaguars! What a grab and go for the score.
South Alabama.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he needs this one for the tie. And he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down.
And your Sam Houston State Bearcats will take over 1st and 10.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Bauer. Dumps it to the back. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
Well, this offense is up against it here, trailing late in the game. The defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
I love players that step up in big situations, in big moments of big games like that, late in this game on 3rd down, and just get the job done. That defender, an outstanding job. Outstanding work right there on that pass rush.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And back-to-back kneel downs, and it sets up the kicker with a chance to win it with a field goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside the 10, here he
play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
dances away to buy time. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this 1st down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Back to throw, it's Bauer. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sam Houston! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead, late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Lopez wants to fire. Floating away. He'll take another shot here. He's got it down the left side. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They want to throw it. Going for 6. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.